Hi everybody, this is Sugar Moon, also known as Cheyenne. I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day, night, wherever you guys may be in the world, and I hope that you guys are taking care of your energy as such. Today is going to be a reading more for my chosen ones and as well as star seeds. It's been a bit since I did a star seed reading, so I'm going to be pulling for the Lunar New Year. So happy Lunar New Year, and as well as the fire horse starts today. So officially it is also the new moon. Oh, it's a big shift that we are going through in this world. So if you're feeling the shift at this very moment, if you're sensitive to the lunar cycles, just know that you're not crazy, and this energy that we're going through right now, and as well as the massive solar storms and as well as the solar activity that we've been experiencing has been really tremendous lately. So for chosen ones, star seeds, and what I mean by that is if you are star seed, it means that you are alien-like, you're extraterrestrial, and likely you have blood type or your blood origin or somewhere within your bloodlines ties back to ancient civilizations such as Atlantis, Kemet, like Turtle Island. Okay, especially if you identify as what we would call today Black American. In actuality, you guys are connected to gods and goddesses and, you know, higher beings that come from places such as Sirius star seeds, and as well as Lyran star seeds, cat beings. Horse beings are also from Sirius constellation. So go ahead and check out my previous videos down below. I'll also link below. Pick a card readings from the past that involve Sirius star seeds and go ahead and choose the horse option. So today we're gonna go ahead and just like dive right in. If you relate to Atlantis, Lemuria timelines, as well as even down to Mintaka, I'm also picking up on merfolk are coming through, and as well as Fae. You could have Fae origins or even past lives that tie to the Fae kingdom. The vibration of the planet is rising further. We are going to start seeing these certain beings that we normally don't see. We've noticed that this energy, I feel like a lot of karmic energy or distractive energy, as well as provoking spirits, are starting to come out quite often. So if you are a chosen one, especially, you are very much running into karmic lessons and experiences, whether it's through family members, whether it's through friends, colleagues, whether it's through people from the past, because we have Mercury retrograde coming up right now. And these are a series of tests. So as you can see that there is energy that's trying to distract me from the message. In order to get through that, we should
not react.
Okay, so the biggest lesson of all is that these provoking spirits are going to rile you up, and what we call it is called noise pollution. Basically, provoking spirits, how they get to you is that when truth is around, or when you're trying to speak your truth, or anytime that there is some sort of high vibration within that space, there's lower vibrational entities that come, and I kind of call them like little gremlins, right? They come and create havoc, or they create such distractions that will deter you away from the message. Say for instance, you know that someone has animosity for you, but when you get around them, they start slamming doors, start slamming cabinets. It's like this hostile type of energy, but you know that they're not saying anything, but you feel that sort of energy. And it's like almost that they're waiting for you to say something, or waiting for you to pop off. Sometimes these beings will say certain things through, whether it's on the internet, whether it's like trolls in your comments, if you're a content creator, they'll say certain things that just don't make sense, or they'll provoke you into triggering some sort of reaction. And the biggest key here to my star seeds and chosen ones is to not react. It's to learn to respond rather than reacting, okay? And
I had to learn this lesson a lot, okay?
Because I was a very reactive person, and I took things a little bit so personally. And I would always say like, well, I would never think to treat somebody that way, but why would this person treat me like this? And it's like, it's not you, hun. It's just more so the energy within them is overtaken by either demonic entities or lower vibrational entities that are using them as a means to get to you, to affect you, to lower your vibration enough so that you don't speak your truth. So it's like, or your intuition gets fogged, or they make you so tired that you can't concentrate. It's like that type of ordeal. So we're experiencing a lot of that energy, and It's a big task to figure out what's true and what's not, and what's really like something to pay attention to. And you'll know because you'll feel it within your spirit that when something isn't right, when something isn't for you, or it kind of like repels each other away from one another. The decks I'll be using are listed down below in the description box, as well as check out my description box. I have further content, and as well as links to my Instagram, and as well as threads, and also playlists like soulmate playlists, any channel music between your soulmate connection, you know, that type of jazz. So we're gonna go ahead and tap in for chosen ones, star seeds, Atlantis timelines, Kemet timelines. I'm also feeling Anunnaki beings. All right, so go ahead and ask spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, what is the message for today? What would you like to give us as far as knowledge, wisdom? Ooh, gosh. Oh my god. Okay, this is like one of my favorite tarot decks, okay? Because I just love the artwork. So we have Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You see that? So in previous readings, I've been picking up on people going into this despair-like mode, feeling like something is brewing or something is about to pop off, right? I'm also feeling like, again, this is the energy that these beings want you in, is this anxious, fearful energy, so that you don't manifest things that are meant for you, that you continue to make choices that are bad for you, that are toxic, that are things that will keep you in a stagnant like energy in order for you to not move forward. I'm saying that you have to be able to look past the illusions. I'm also saying that this could also contribute. I'm seeing family members too. Again, this could also contribute to a family member as well. There could be someone in your energy that shouldn't be, you know, necessarily. You could have a karmic family member that is receiving karma. I'm heard that very clear. So if you have somebody who did you wrong that was a family member, oof, I wouldn't want to be them. Oh my gosh, it's the merfolk, the Fool. I was picking up on merfolk. So we got Mintunken, starseeds. So if you ever connected with merfolk, you always was connected to the sea, the ocean, more than likely you probably have past life origins to the sea or Atlantis starseeds. But I did mention that merfolk originally came from Mintaka, the planet Mintaka, but it was destroyed by the reptilian race. And so those beings, those starseeds, along with Lyran starseed beings, ended up incarnating into the Atlantis timelines around the times where the pyramids were being built, all right, over there in their fake ass Egypt over there. Because I've been telling folks that the real Egypt is over here in Turtle Island, over here in what we would call present day America. Like, basically, a lot of the chosen people or the chosen starseeds, whether you like it or not, I don't care if this pisses you off or not, but a lot of the chosen starseeds are actually that link to melanated, especially Black Americans. What my father used to tell me is that you need to know thyself. You need to get to a point where you do so much research down to the very soul, where you know exactly who you are, and no one can tell you any different. If you know that you're chosen, then obviously you're chosen. You've already gotten the word from the Most High, okay? You don't need anyone to tell you that you're chosen or not. Mainly what I'm talking to and I'm referring to, especially today, are especially those who connect to either the indigenous aboriginal people of Turtle Island. Specifically, I'm picking up on that, of the 144,000 chosen ones. If you're someone of a different race, if you're Asian, white, whatever it is, and Native American, of Latin origin, South American, whatever it is, I don't care if this pisses you off, all right? But come on now. The more of a carbonated, melanated being you are, which is the 369, like 666, you know, 999, the more that you are, I would say, ancient of bloodlines, okay? Your soul goes back far. So we have the Moon, which is illusions. These are beautiful cards. And we have the Five of Cups. So yes, there's this energy of like loss, grief, and being able to see there's two full moons. So something to do with the upcoming full moon. And I'm also seeing something about like to do with water. I'm picking up a lot of Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. But yeah, it's more of like being able to see past the illusions that are coming up in this time period, the fear. Some people are more focused on the loss rather than the things that they are gaining in life, which is something that, you know, I don't blame people for, because, you know, with the state of the world, a lot of people are in this Nine of Swords energy. Yeah, like again, Five Pentacles again at the bottom of the deck, which is this lack mindset, and it's being able to see past that. collective energy right now and be able to be stabilized and grounded at this point. So you could also have a past life over in Asia. I'm picking up on Japan or China specifically. Also something to do with the bridge between our world and the spirit world is being illuminated at this point. So something about the veils becoming thinner, you know, around this time, especially during the eclipse season that's coming up soon. I'm gonna go ahead and ask for last reading. I said something about the bottom of the door, right? About the door to healing, personal healing and happiness. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a divine door and see what door are we exactly opening, because I'm very curious on that message. It's been really gnawing at me on my brain. Like, let's dive a little bit deeper into what doorways are we going through during this season with the year of the fire horse. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people receiving their karma. Man, if I don't like to relish in people's karma, right? But like we've been warning folks that if you are out here like causing nothing but destruction, or just causing nothing but pain or division or separation or things like that, you're gonna have to pay a hefty price. Also, if you feel like the need to clean up your space or get rid of things in your closet, going through your donation pile, getting rid of things, donating things, throwing things away, decluttering your space is really important. Okay, so I guess we're opening 3 doors at this point. So freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. Wow. So energy flows where intention goes. Okay, so being able to free yourself, free your mind, free yourself from the anxiety, free yourself from the fear, and being able to be right here in the now. Okay, it's very important. Then we have a cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly, then you have arrived. Yes, I love that. Okay, let me show you the doors. The actual door. This is the other one. Beautiful architecture. We have morning memory. Its healing gift runs a destined course. The morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. Beautiful. So get outside. Go ahead and ground. Especially in the morning time. Something about the morning. This is also, I'm seeing like this transition from like, it's like, again, like a story. We have the moon, and then we also have the sun at this point in time, and like the Fool, which is to jump into new beginnings. There's this new beginning coming, but what you're not seeing this. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of people, either you or the soulmate that you're connected to, or just people in general in life, are just so focused on the loss and grief that is happening in life, and they're not seeing this new beginning, this vibrant new beginning. And it's only awarded to those who dare to jump into the unknown, to those that would rather follow the white rabbit per se, rather than to follow what the crowd is doing at this current point in time. So chosen ones, you guys are like the trendsetters, the whistleblowers, the ones that get the ball rolling, the one that's the spark of it all, and people take inspiration from you. I'm gonna go ahead and pull from this self-made deck that I have here. I just currently made it with some channeled messages, and this will be more of what does your soulmate, I feel like there's a soulmate coming in again to give you some messages as far as your love life goes. So also, if you connect to the violet flame or the blue flame, that's coming out too. I'm feeling those type of connections. I'm feeling higher vibrational soulmates coming through, twin flames. I'm also picking up on Aries energy, Cancer energy specifically that are coming out. So you keep me going in life. Love that. So someone is like, when they feel fearful, when they feel anxious, they think of you, and it's like they automatically get this spark to keep going, to not give up. It's also more of like you being that for yourself, being able to keep yourself going, finding that little bit of hope that or faith that you can keep or hold on to in this life. I feel like a lot of people are also battling mental health, and as well as suicidal thoughts, things that are very depressive type of energy I'm feeling. So I'm also feeling people feel like they want to check themselves into a mental hospital, and if you feel like you need to do so, please go ahead and do so. I always say that you come first. Your mental health should literally come before anything else. Everything else can wait. The world can wait while you get your mind together, while you get your thoughts together and find inner peace within yourself. Something about bamboo too. The meaning of bamboo. What we have here? Nope. So anytime the blue cards come out, this is how I know that has something to do with the mental health factor. I keep replaying my trauma. So yes, there is some sort of depressive thoughts, or as well as mental health that's coming to yeah, my mental health isn't great right now. Okay, I'm sorry for whoever's watching this. If this is you, I need you to focus on coming back into your center. I'm really proud of you that you are addressing your traumas right now, but I also would like to remind you that everything will be all right. Okay, so I'm also hearing the song "Every Little Thing is Gonna Be All Right." Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing is gonna be all right. Seriously, let go of your fear and worries now. I want to give you a hug. Soulmate right now, who, if it's your soulmate that's going through this mental health crisis at this moment, please give them some love. Anything else? Your gifts scare me. Oh. So someone's really afraid of your gifts, or either karmics are afraid of your gifts. I'm seeing like either, just in general, you're a very gifted, high vibrational chosen one. There's different tiers for chosen ones. There's different type of chosen ones. You know which category you fall into. There's like the super empath. There's like, the demon slayers, the spiritual warriors, those that are healers, and those that are like speakers, are kind of like those that are Joseph, that speak through their gifts. I'm also picking up on like Joseph, King of Dreams. So you could be somebody that gets a lot of downloads within your dream state, or you could be a medium yourself. You could be someone that also channels and is also a tarot reader, or does what I do up here. But something about your gifts scare this person. You probably are on point, and so you probably say things that are on their mind, like something just completely random. Like think of like they're thinking of the red rose that's growing out in the garden. Okay, and no one really knows that that's what they're thinking about. Okay, but you probably have some telepathic abilities or gifts where you'll say something out loud like
Oh, I noticed the rose in the garden outside the other day, and it was super pretty. And have you noticed that as well?
And then this person's like, they'll drop what they're doing, like,
holy shit, did they just read my mind? Did they just like hear me? I literally was just thinking about the red rose, but that's crazy.
That's okay. So it's people. Your gifts are on point. All right, you're scaring folks out here. Says, do you remember our past life love? Oh my gosh, yes. So again, with the past lives. So this is the reason why the soulmate's coming through in this reading, is because whoever's watching, you have a counterpart or someone that's outside of you that represents the your other half, okay? Because you're born whole. You're two whole beings. But I'm seeing two whole beings coming together as one, like the 1111. 1-1. You could be seeing 1-1-1, 11-11. All right, so very Aquarian like energy, and also I'm feeling Aries energy too. So that you could have also had a past life connection in this timeline, and the timelines we're speaking of, Lemuria, Atlantis, Sirius, whatever it is, you guys were born in that certain timeline. You could be also connecting right now in the 5D. I'm feeling more like spiritual, like Piscean, like in the dream state. You guys are meeting with one. You could be dreaming of each other. Let me take you shopping. Okay, so this person really wants to take you shopping, spoil you. Someone wants you to pick out what you like. They feel like you need a brand new outfit. They feel like, they want to treat you, whether it's family, friend, but I'm saying more so soulmate. Like this person wants to, their love language is gift giving. All right, so if you're someone who has a hard time receiving gifts, I'm just letting you know right now that this is something that's going to test you. This person loves showing their love through gifts, taking you shopping, bringing you home, like just little knickknacks that they saying that I thought
of you. Here you go. Like here's some your favorite snacks.
Another one, and then I'll pull from another deck. Okay, it feels like I was born to meet you. Yes, so you guys are born in this. You guys possibly are like born in each lifetime, even this one included, to find one another. So each time you guys meet doesn't necessarily mean that you guys get together like romantically, but it does mean that you guys brush shoulders every time, every lifetime. So you guys are lovers every lifetime. Like you guys, I'm seeing this dynamic of energy flowing in through different sort of characters. I'm also picking up on your past life, so you have certain traits that are very similar to your past life, like the way that your personality is made in your belief system, as well as your morals. Something within this timeline right now where you're watching me this on, this timeline is, there's something trickling from that past life into this one. Again, you could be having deja vu. At the bottom, I get jealous seeing you with other men and women. Okay, that's a mental health issue they gotta address, but they don't like seeing you interact with other women and men because they feel like jealous that they even get to interact with you, or just jealous because they feel possessive over you. Either way, they need to get that in check. I'm gonna pull from this other self-made deck through this message for those that are watching. Boss energies, time to level up in your boss bitch energy. Okay, I'm also feeling like this could be a boss that does have a crush on you. It could be a secret admirer. So let me go ahead and, yeah, music, channeled musician, great taste. So they love your taste in music. Something, okay, I'm also saying that someone could also own their own business. That's also someone significant. Also, channel music, go ahead and check out the soulmate channel playlist. And as well as, I'm hearing confirmation that there is someone saying that I am receiving the channeled music that you are sending to me telepathically or through the radio, or just whatever you're posting on social media, just when you convey your favorite song, all that, your soulmate is picking up on that. Yep. Oh my gosh, another confirmation on past life, guys. So yeah, something to do with past life. You could have also been a musician in a past life. You could have owned your business in a past life. Like you could have been like a merchant. I don't know. Someone that sold like goods or traded goods. Or you could be someone that did play an instrument or made a living off of that. I'm also, okay, I'm feeling Tupac energy. Okay, I'm feeling like Aaliyah energy.
You know what I'm saying? Not me. You know, I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. You know, every time I speak, I want the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. They know what I'm going to say. And even if I get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that what we're supposed to do? I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish, and because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
That's, oh. Ooh, that's powerful. Okay, they are starseeds as well. So this also applies to their reading as well. Okay, I pulled two on accident. So we have Oregon, could also have a past life within Oregon, or something to do with Oregon. You could be in Oregon right now. Sunshine. So again, emphasis on the sun. Could also be a sun being born too. But sunshine, like the divine masculine energy. I'm also hearing, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. So someone really loves you, whether that's in spirit, it could be a passed on loved one coming through, and as well as I'm hearing a passed on grandmother specifically coming through for you as well, if that's for someone specific. Someone sees you as their sunshine. So also could, okay, sunshine, sun is also about the crystalline rainbow body. I won't go too much into it, but when we pass on, we go through the portal through the sun in order to get to the 5D. So the 5D is actually within the sun. All right, look at that, South America. So yes, I was picking up on South American. So someone could be from South America, you know. Oh yes, Atlantis, Lemuria. Oh wow, so that could be also, there are talks that parts of Lemuria and Atlantis are in South America. Again, with the Americas, that's what I'm saying. So especially Lemuria specifically, because Lemuria was known more of a hotter climate, whereas Atlantis was more, it was warm, but it wasn't as warm as Lemuria. Some people say that Lemuria has ties to even places of California around there. Think of Hawaii, think of like California, that Oregon. So I'm saying the West Coast is more of like Lemuria, Atlantis. I'm saying that if you're residing within these areas, you're definitely getting activations at this point. But if you also were born in these areas like South America, Oregon, or West Coast line, there's something within your DNA at this very current point in time, especially when it comes to dragon DNA. Something within your DNA is being activated from your past life. Okay, so I'm glad that we're getting confirmation with Atlantis and Lemuria. That's awesome. So let's go ahead, pull from Spirit. Arizona, yes, so Arizona included, the hotter climates. I'm also picking up on Navajo Nation. So someone could have Navajo within them. Native or indigenous. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes. All right. DNA. Oh, my goodness. I'm also, okay, Arkansas. We have Mississippi. Okay. We also have the Choctaw, indigenous people, as well as I'm picking up on Cherokee. I'm seeing attractive. So someone who's highly attractive. You could be very attractive. Again, you're attracting things, new beginnings towards you. We have the Tree of Life. Wow, these are very ancient codes. Okay, so the DNA structure, the Tree of Life, you are going far back. Your soul is super ancient. Okay, if the Tree of Life is popping up, I know for a fact that this is not your first go around down here on Earth. Yeah, again, soulmate coming out right here. This is not your first go around. This is like, so this is probably like your 5th time, or like maybe even more than that. I say 5th because of I'm seeing 555, and as well as the 5th sun is at the 5th cycle. The Hopi tribe. I'm seeing the word Chinook. That could be something. Okay, South Dakota. We have Delaware. So these are just areas that you could have a past life in, or just something that to do with these areas being activated. So these areas from Atlantis time are being activated. So Indiana. All right. And then we have addictions, drinking, smoking, gambling, food, or drugs. So they're relating. The soulmate could also have some sort of addictions that they're going through at this current point in time. That could be something also that they are fighting within their cursed lineage as well. So that also is something that is cursed within lineage wise, is addiction. So say for instance, if there's a history of family members that use alcohol to cope with their issues or problems, or those who have a history of, you know, overdosing on drugs, or you know, drug use, that type of stuff is popping up as well. Yep, karmic cycle closing. So these karmic cycles are closing right now. These are being addressed at this current point in time too. But yeah, I'm also saying if you have ancestors within these areas, pay attention. Definitely being activated at this point. It says, okay, I don't know why they told me to look again at the bottom of the door. Funny, you know. Silent skill. I challenge you to unpack your mind. In meditation's grace, the soul can unwind. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. Silence is also a killer. It's also something that is a weapon. It can also be used as a strength. Silence is not a weakness. So I think during this point in time, they're asking for you to go out in the sun, sit with yourself in silence, and totally get acquainted with yourself. Start asking yourself the hardest questions. Okay, what is something that you need to release and let go of, especially during this full moon? Something about the highlighting of the full moon, something you need to release and let go of.
Why did I say it like that?
Someone has an accent. Someone can be also Hispanic or Latino origin. I gotta close this out pretty soon. Human trafficking. Oh my gosh. So this keeps coming. Yes. So during these areas, there's heavy human trafficking areas that are being highlighted. Also with the Epstein files, and as well as all that stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting sick and tired of people just acting so surprised, like, oh my god, this is happening. It's like, no. This has been happening since the fall of Atlantis times, okay? These entities or beings, this is not the first time that they came through a planet and took over and ended up taking the planet's vibration and pulling it down all the way to the 3D. No, this is not the first time that they've done things like that. I've told you that there are multiple planets that were taken down in the same fashion, same manner. Same thing with Mars. Mars was a very vibrant planet. Those that lived on Mars or had past life connections to Mars, people knew that there was a war that happened there and ended up turning into the state that it is now. So same thing here. The Earth, Mother Gaia, it's the same thing. Being raped of its resources, the women and children especially being victims of it all, because the forming of patriarchy, the falling of matriarchy, all of that is tying down to this karmic cycle closing, and it has to end at some point. All right, so shit like this, human trafficking, people being used for such lustful demonic purposes through demonic sacrifices and as well as ritualistic practices that are not healthy in any sort of fashion. The abuse, the atrocities, okay, the ugliness of human nature is starting to show. Okay, so a lot of the humans that you're walking amongst aren't even humans. All right, a lot of them are connected to starseed origin, again, alien-like origin, reptilian origin. Again, I'm hearing skinwalker if you're a Navajo Nation. Things like that is popular. The things that go bump in the night, the scary oogie boogie things that, like, think of like The Grudge, like think of unreal spirits, think of like grudgeful spirits. They're having a ball down here because when the frequency fell, it fell so low to the point where technically Earth made it into a hell state. So technically this would be a hell state that we're down here, that you're hearing me from this little black mirror box that you're hearing me from. This would be considered a hell state, and we're working on making sure that the vibration goes up so that we could get to a high vibrational state. In order to do that, we got to get rid of things or entities that divulge in this, and a lot of these entities, they're not going to like it when I say this.
I don't give a because
I'm not monetized on here.
I can say whatever the I want.
These disgusting demonic entities that partake in these sort of ritualistic things, especially towards women, children, even men too, are targets. But just beings that feed off of adrenochrome, that feed off of fear, that feed off of just very low vibrational emotions that come up within humans. So these entities are about to meet their money maker very soon. They don't want the truth to get out in any sort of fashion. The reason why they divulge in this type of stuff is because they also, again, they fear aging. They do not want to die because they know exactly what is going to happen when they get to the other side as far as judgment wise. So in order to do that, they'll do everything possible in order to find immortality. And what do we know as the immortality potion of the world is? It's tied into the golden serum. All right, celebrity. I'm also picking up, okay, both dead or alive or famous. So again, Aaliyah. So these celebrities are also victims of human trafficking as well. I'm also picking up on the Chinese actor Yu Mei-long, played in The White Snake. So again, the Chinese culture, I'm feeling that too. I did mention to keep an eye on China, so past life could also be to China. Also China, something about China and Mars is connected, like them owning portions of Mars. I don't mean to laugh, but I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for exposing this. I don't care. All right, this sounds very woo-woo conspiracy stuff. I don't care if you see me as crazy. You can click out at any moment, but I wish you well.
Inhale.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, let me see. Oh my goodness. Okay, so suicide. Also, I'm saying that if a celebrity was deemed as someone who did suicide, that is a lie. All right, they did not kill themselves. They probably did have mental health issues before in the past, but again, a lot of people like to use mental health, that's another form of spiritual warfare, to use your mental health against you to make you seem like you're crazy in order to deem you as someone that is not worthy of being listened to, right? Or being taken as serious. The more that you can be painted as crazy, like the smear campaigns, the gang stalking, all that shit, the more crazy that they can make you, the more that people wouldn't want to listen to you or tune you out. So, you know, it's a script that they go by. But again, If you're feeling that energy, please, if you need to check yourself in, please do so. If not, I'm here to tell you that I love you and I care for you. And that's why I'm getting on here right now, speaking this truth. And I know we're going a little bit at a fast pace, but you can always rewind the message and watch this. This is a timeless reading. All right. Yep. Stalking. Yes. The gain stalking, social media or in person. So if you're a chosen one or a starseed experiencing that, we all know that chosen ones, like, you know, like the Neo, you guys are heavily watched by the system, okay? Heavily monitored. All right, Connecticut. Someone from Connecticut. I'm also feeling, oh, okay, karma's a bitch. Yeah, no, karma's a bitch if you were a bitch first, though. See, everybody's so quick to call everybody else a bitch, but they don't wanna be the bitch themselves, right? Accountability, oh my god, worst thing ever, right? Ancient wisdom. Yeah, so you are someone who is so heavily connected. You're connected to the Akashic, man. That's why I'm also feeling Aaliyah, Queen of the Dam. I'm feeling Akasha coming through. Old soul, wise, past lives, esoteric knowledge. So yeah, you're someone who's heavily connected to the ethers, man. Like, you are the ethers. I'm seeing that say, I am that I am.
So, shit, I don't need to tell you twice. You
know exactly who the fuck you are, and you own it, and I love it. You're a beautiful soul. You know you're beautiful. You know you're powerful, and you know that you're being watched and stalked, but you continue to speak your truth anyway, even if you were killed in a past life. Even if they framed that you died in a past life, that they acted like you killed yourself. You didn't kill yourself. You probably, even if you did kill yourself and you gave into those notions and you had to come back and reincarnate here, you're still watching me right now. I don't believe in that religious notion of like, oh, if you kill yourself, you're going to go to hell. If you don't fulfill the contract down here, it says in the contract that you have to come back down here, reincarnate, and do it all over again. So would that be considered a hell state? Yes. Yes, that would. Yes, that would be. But does that mean that your soul is condemned to hell? No, it doesn't. Because I've also talked to a lot of suicide victims and those on the other side, as well as, murder victims, those that were purposely targeted by the system, even celebrity-wise, like Tupac, Aaliyah. I'm also saying that you have past life visions of dying in a past life. This is for someone's very specific. You are so powerful. You even have visions of you dying in a past life. Not a lot of people can afford to because if they experience that, they feel like they're going to go crazy. Career, job opportunity. Okay, so there's a job opportunity coming. That's with that Aries, that full card that I was picking up on. Again, career, you could have been a celebrity in a past life.
But yeah, karma's a bitch. Like,
if you were purposely targeted, or if these beings were successful at taking you out the game, and so much so that you had to come back down here and do it all over again, just know that karma's gonna wipe that ass. And the people that you're dealing with right now, the people that are targeting right now that you know of in this physical life, in this one, chances are those people or those beings, like your family, your friends, these karmic people, even the karmic lovers who betrayed you, who targeted you, who sold you out, these people followed you from that life into this one. That's messy. Yep. Oh god, bomb and debt, government. Yep. So again, government could be watching this as we're speaking. Police, someone who works for CIA, conspiracy, or incarceration. Someone can also be watching this from a prison. I'm also seeing someone who, people who are locked up. It goes down into the human trafficking. People who are wrongfully locked up for crimes that they never committed. Okay, Ifa faith, so people who are into Ifa. So right now, this Ifa faith, I'm also picking up on Orishas coming out, like Oshun, Yemoja, Oya, Shango, Ogun. I'm also feeling Tahuti, Anubis, Ma'at, Sekhmet, Akasha. In-laws. So if you had karmic in-laws, if you're married or if you were divorced, whatever it is, in-laws, mother, father, brother, or sister, could be someone who again, someone who's tied to your past life, who followed you in this one. Ties to that. They're also receiving their karma. Let me go ahead and just end this off with one last card from the Fortune Cookies deck for the Year of the Horse. I know that this was pretty heavy, okay, but I'm seeing like right now, this is a karma season. People are getting their asses handed to them. There's a fire lit underneath their ass. You are connecting the dots on why you're being targeted by the government, why you as a chosen one, you were born in this lifetime and you were chosen to be put into this role, to be ostracized, to be isolated, to be wrongfully accused, to be chastised, to be misunderstood, to be shitted on, basically, your whole life since the beginning of conception. You were meant to go through these harsh traumas, these harsh karmic cycles in order for you to awaken those gifts that are hidden within your DNA within you, because you're such a powerful being. Sometimes these traumas and these pains that we go through within this hell state, which is trials and tribulations, that's basically what they call the mortal realm, is the trials and tribulations realm, where the soul undergoes such harsh conditions in order for them to ascend. I know that that sounds crazy and that sounds like awful. Like, why would my soul like choose to go through such heinous traumatic shit? Why did my soul choose to be abused? Why did my soul choose to be a victim when it comes to sexual assault? Why did I choose to go through that?
Rather than me giving you a generic ass answer like a lot of fake ass readers do on here,
I want you to do your homework. Dive deeper and ask yourself, why were you chosen in this role to experience such pain? For you to come here on especially watching me through this video, why is it that your soul was brought here? The fact is that if you're a soul that found my video, not all the souls watching on this channel, okay, some are powerful witches, warlocks, and as well as lower vibrational fuckeries down here, but I'm talking to the people who are very powerful, very ancient souls that hold ancient knowledge, that are literally meant to speak and as well as share their gifts to help activate and bring this planet up vibrationally so that we all can see results of this awful empire falling. If you want to be religious, Babylon's falling, you know what I mean? The timelines of Atlantis and Lemuria are coming up right now to address, because there's some sort of trauma that is held within that past life that is coming into this one. Okay? Assert yourself. Go for what you want. The time is ripe for soulmate connections. Birth of a child also likely. That's why I was feeling that sun energy. You could also have a son in the future, but assert yourself. Also, to be assertive ties into the whole notion of like in order to get past misunderstandings, in order to make healthy connections, we shouldn't be passive aggressive, and we shouldn't address it in aggressive manners, or to be stuck in victim mindsets, to always need a savior, that type of. You need to learn how to assert yourself, to be assertive, to set your boundaries, to speak up for yourself when need be, to learn to be silent when need be. Being assertive is something that's also going to help you navigate certain conversations and as well as future connections in a more healthy manner rather than toxic. You wouldn't be repeating a lot of the cycles that you had to go through if you had been assertive of your boundaries and yourself and knowing thyself, being able to teach people how to treat you. My grandma is coming through. She used to say, you know, constantly in life you got to teach people how to treat you, because some people got it fucked up here. Some people want to try you, and that's something that you as a chosen one, you can relate to. People trying you on the daily, always pushing your buttons. But guess what? You have the power to control whether that person can infiltrate your energy in such a way where they can bring your vibration down just simply from how they act. You need to get to a point where people's livelihoods or their actions has nothing to do with you. Peace to you guys. I wish you guys well. Stay safe out there, and I shall see you guys in my next video.